Disastrous Necromancer Chapter 51, Dark Evil Light, Demon Head Lin Moyu was right. In the history of the Xinxia Imperial Examination, there are very few candidates who can pass the second stage. The fifth round of the Air Force exam is also the last round of the exam. There are 5 stages in the battle space. The current highest record is through the third stage. This record was set more than 100 years ago. The record has never been broken since. The examiners in Jiangning province are also speculating whether Lin Moyu can break the record. I see a chance. Although I don't know what this guy's skills are, it can be seen from his previous results that his skills are abnormal. The examiner no longer wants to describe it as powerful, but directly calls it abnormal. I suspect that he has awakened his talent. No matter how strong a profession is, there is a limit. It is impossible to be so strong. If you really awaken your talent, that would be a great thing. That is, if you can awaken your talents just after changing jobs, maybe you can awaken new talents when you change jobs. You think too much. Talented professionals are already very rare, and double-talented ones are even more rare. Who knows? The examiners got lost while chatting. But everyone blinked and the points changed. Lin Moyu's points change is the most dramatic, either unchanged or on the rocket. Lin Moyu repeated his old trick, making the skeleton warriors dispatch one after another, attracting the attention of the Farron orcs. The way to deal with orcs doesn't care how novel it is, the most important thing is to be practical. Skeleton warriors attract firepower, pull monsters together, create corpses, and then use corpses to burst to carry out mass killings. Lin Moyu is already familiar with this style of play, and his efficiency is astonishingly high. Soon, the scattered skeleton warriors had already attracted all the Farron orcs they could see. Then they started running around the feline orc archer. Lin Moyu and other monsters gathered almost, and issued an attack command to the skeleton warrior. The skill was used, and the 16th level film orc fighter was instantly killed. Then a series of corpses exploded, and in the blink of an eye, the surroundings returned to calm again. The points instantly increased by 20,000, reaching 34,605 points. In the second stage, each monster can bring 100 points to Lin Moyu. 200 monsters is 20,000 points. The examiners are no strangers to it. This guy is in phase 2. The monster in the second stage only increased by 1 level, and it has no effect on him. This is simply to send points. If it's not that I don't have permission, I really want to increase the difficulty. That's right, it's fun to get dozens of bosses for him to kill. Looking at Lin Moyu's more than 30,000 points, and then looking at the others, the gap is really too big. So far, Xia Shui is ranked second. As an elemental mage, Xia Shui has good group attack skills. The second fastest clearer after Lin Moyu. At this point the points have reached more than 7,000 points. She had almost killed the 100 monsters in the first round. After Xia Shui is Feng Xiu. The Holy Swordsman came from behind and reached 6,000 points. It can be seen that the Holy Swordsman is also a good job to deal with group attacks. Suimei and Wang Zihao were close. Suimei attacked and killed one after another. Although it was stable, the efficiency was not high. Wang Zihao is more straightforward, directly confronting monsters head-on. As for mad skills, now is not the time. The points increase of both of them is not fast, and it is only in the early 5,000s. But they all have faith in themselves. After completing the first stage, breaking 10,000 points is not a problem. As long as the points can break through 10,000. Grades, occupations, grades, everything meets the requirements. Entering Shijing Academy is a certainty. The grand examination of the Xinxia Empire is nationwide and is conducted on a provincial basis. It is carried out on the same day and at the same time, and the progress between provinces is also similar. Now almost all the provincial exams have started the 5th round of exams. One after another, the trial towers open up the battle space. As long as anyone can enter it, they are all geniuses. This is also the most talented group of candidates among all the candidates in the Xinxia Empire this year. In the eyes of the upper echelons of the Xinxia Empire, these candidates are the future of the Xinxia Empire. Every year, a group of strong people can always be born from it, sending fresh blood to the Xinxia Empire. In the capital of the kingdom next to Xinxia, the well-known Xiajing city, a huge tower floated in midair. Countless people in Xiajing city looked up at the sky. No matter where they were, they could clearly see this tower. This tower does not usually appear. When it appears, it is the day when the Xinxia Empire is under examination. This is the body of the trial tower. The trial towers that are undergoing big exams in various provincial capitals are all clones of it. There are 3 divine towers in the Xinxia Empire. The trial tower is one of them. The other one is Xinxia Pagoda located in Xiajing Academy. The third is called the Demon Extinguishing Tower, which is on the front line all year round and basically does not appear in the eyes of the people. Suddenly the sky darkened and the temperature dropped sharply. The night fell in an instant, and a pitch-black evil light came from the sky, rushing towards the trial tower at an astonishing speed. Bold! The deafening sound resounded throughout the city. A virtual big hand appeared in the air, trying to block the dark and evil light. TSK, you can't stop it. A sinister smile sounded in the pitch-black evil light, and at the same time, the black light flourished. A huge demon head appeared in the night. The head has 2 horns and fangs, exactly like the devil image described in the book. The 2 horns made a piercing rattling sound, and a burst of black light shot at the phantom giant hand. The black light collided with the giant hand without making any sound, and at the same time annihilated the invisible. At this time, another giant eye appeared in the sky, and a golden light shot out from the eye, heading straight for the pitch-black evil light. The pitch-black evil light suddenly split into 2, and one of them collided with the golden light. The other's speed suddenly increased dozens of times, and it rushed into the trial tower in an instant. You wanna die? A giant hand appeared in the air again, firmly pinching the demon's head. The devil's head let out a sinister smile. This is just a clone, kill it as you like. But you guys in the trial tower, TSK. With a bang, the demon's head was pinched and exploded. Disastrous Necromancer Chapter 52 Invasion of Abyss Power. Believe in White God. 3 figures appeared next to the main body of the trial tower. They are tall and tall, standing in the void. Just standing there is like standing upright. I didn't expect those bastards from the abyss to come and attack. They're all shady stuff. What should we do now? One of them made contact with the trial tower to find out the situation inside the tower. The awful of the abyss has sneaked in. Their target is the candidates in the battle space. The space in the tower is disturbed, and the power of the abyss has infected the rules. The land in the tower was originally obtained from the abyss, which is beneficial to them. I need time to set things right. How long? 1 hour. At this time, in the battle space in the tower, all the students are struggling to kill monsters. Suddenly, all the monsters disappeared collectively. Then the world changed. The breath became more oppressive in an instant. A trace of black air emerged from the ground. How come back? What happened? Why did the monsters suddenly disappear? Lin Moyu immediately gathered the skeleton warriors to protect himself. When the situation is uncertain, protecting yourself is the first choice. Lin nerd. With a familiar voice, Lin Moyu saw Xia Shui. Seeing other people in the battle space, Lin Moyu seemed a little surprised. Not only was he surprised, Xia Shui was also surprised. The skeleton warrior made way for Xia Shui to come in. Xia Shui asked, "Do you know what happened?" Lin Moyu shook his head, expressing that he didn't know. Xia Shui said, "I was killing monsters just now, and suddenly the monster disappeared. I do not know what happened." Xia Shui was a little surprised at first, but after a while, with Lin Moyu around, it seemed less scary. Lin Moyu was too calm, and also passed this breath to Xia Shui. Immediately afterwards, rays of light lit up in the pitch-black battle space. One candidate after another appeared in the battle space. There are more than 100 people. In addition to the 5 people from Jiangning province, candidates from other provinces also came here. Children. Suddenly a voice sounded. I am Bai Yuan. Wow! Everyone in the battle space widened their eyes in shock. Baishen, it turned out to be Baishen. I can actually hear the voice of the White God. Bai Yuan is the top powerhouse in the Xinxia Empire, and is honored as the White God. As soon as his voice appeared, it immediately caused violent repercussions in the battle space. Baishen's voice not only resounded in the battle space, but also spread throughout every examination room. Ning Xuanfeng's face changed slightly. Why did Baishen appear? Did something happen? Bai Yuan's voice sounded again. The demons from the Abyss world have invaded the battle space. We're fixing the battle space rules. It'll take about an hour. The demons in the Abyss world are targeting you. So in the next hour, you have to protect yourselves. We don't know what method the demons in the Abyss world will use to deal with you. I believe that as long as we unite as one, the invading power of the Abyss will have nothing to do with you. I am the people of Xia, fearless of war and death. His words had a strong rendering power and aroused strong resonance. Don't be afraid to fight, don't be afraid to die. Don't be afraid to fight, don't be afraid to die. Don't be afraid to fight, don't be afraid to die. Candidates are all young people, full of vigor and vitality. At this time, the emotions were brought up, and they shouted loudly. Xia Shui couldn't help but wanted to yell, but when she saw Lin Moyu who was still silent, she gave up after halfway raising her hand. Although Lin Moyu didn't follow suit, he was only 18 years old, and he was from Xinxia. There is inevitably excitement in the eyes. Ho doesn't know how to roar, but he will not be soft when he kills the abyssal demon. Candidates began to gather. The education they received from childhood told them that the abyss is a very scary place. There are countless monsters, countless demons, countless dungeons, and countless equipment. It is said that the abyss is terrifying. The weakest monsters in it are all level 70, and they are elite monsters. Xia Shui whispered. She had heard about the horror of the abyss from Xia Dongyang, and she was terrified in her heart. Lin Moyu has only seen the abyss from the books, but the books are just passing through. In other words, he knows nothing about the abyss. I believe in the White God. Lin Moyu said lightly. Now that Bai Yuan said, as long as they unite as one, they can fight against the invading power of the abyss. Here Lin Moyu captures the key point in Bai Yuan's words. What they are fighting against is not the abyss. It is the invading power of the abyss. Presumably this force will not be too strong, they can fight against it. Otherwise, a monster from the abyss, a level 70 elite monster, would be enough to instantly kill everyone here. Xia Shui in the outside world, Ning Xuanfeng's eyes sank slightly. Such a thing can happen unexpectedly. He was much calmer than the examiners, who were a little flustered. How so? I didn't expect such a thing to happen. The abyss came here on purpose for the big exam. No, they are here for the geniuses who participated in the 5th round of testing. If it is not handled well this time, they will come every year in the future. This is to break the roots of our Xinxia Empire. Those who can enter the battle space are all geniuses, and they are the future of the Xinxia Empire. The abyss is indeed very sinister. Shut up. Ning Xianfeng opened his mouth suddenly, causing all the examiners to shut up. Ning Xianfeng swept his gaze like a sword. Tell the people outside, don't panic, and trust Baishen. You too, believe in the White God. The examiners respectfully said, believe in Baishen. Baishen's status is lofty, and everyone in Xinxia's country does not believe his words. Soon, the outside world became quiet. Everyone chooses to believe in the White God. At the same time, I also pray for the candidates who are in the battle space. The atmosphere in the battle space is getting more and more dignified. At some point, a scarlet blood moon appeared in the sky. It's the Abyss blood moon. Someone exclaimed. The power of the Abyss has begun to act. Everyone get ready.